All right, welcome to your 7-day challenge instructional video. Over this video, I'm going to go over how to lose weight fast and effortlessly without another fad diet or crazy workout routine. That means you're going to learn your meal plans, your workouts, your coaching schedule, everything you need to lose the most amount of weight as you can over this challenge and keep it off. So please do not skip through this video, okay? Do not skip anything. I build off of everything, so it won't make sense if you don't watch all the way through. And the ladies who are the most successful and lose the most amount of weight are the ones who take this video very seriously. So grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, stay laser focused. I promise I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible. And after this video, you're going to learn everything you need to know to get started on your challenge and kickstart those results. Now, I want to get you super excited for this challenge. So here are some of the results that we've gotten over just 7 days before. So tummy is shrinking and going in. Tummy's tightening, arms are getting toned, bum is lifting. It's like so exciting. We underestimate what we can actually achieve in 7 days. So buckle up. You can have a huge transformation in just 7 days. Look at this. We had 6 pounds down and look at her waist cinching in. You can even see her ab lines poking through. And you can see Shauna here too. Her shorts are starting to fall off of her in just 7 days. So this is the kind of stuff that you can really, really look forward to. And your goals, they don't have to seem so far away. You can see real progress, real results sooner than you expected. And we had Colleen here. She said she's feeling better in every area of her life, physically stronger, mentally more clear. And then we had Masa here. She lost 7 pounds over 7 days. So it's just really, really, really exciting. So I want you to take a second right now and say, at the end of this challenge, what do you want to have accomplished? What is your goal? I want a scale victory and a non-scale victory. Write that in your mind, and we're going to kind of lock that in, okay? What's also cool is that over this challenge, I'm going to be revealing a bunch of secrets to you, weight loss secrets that are an absolute game changer that if you take with you even after this challenge, you can have an even bigger transformation. Just like Lorette here, Jasmine, Eddie, and Crystal. So this is how powerful what you're about to learn is. I do have to warn you, okay, once you learn these secrets, you can't unlearn them. And a lot of the ladies that join this program, they actually have to go buy a brand new wardrobe because all their clothes just start falling off of them. They're burning fat so quickly. So just a heads up, just a warning, don't be mad at me if your clothes stop fitting in the right way. Now, just to make sure that you are in the right place, and this is going to be the most successful for you because I do not want to waste your time. I'm sure you've done a million diet plans and workout plans out there and been disappointed before. So how do you know that this is going to work for you? Well, if you're a female who has 20 to 80 pounds to lose, this is the perfect kickstart for you. If you tried everything under the sun and nothing works or lasts, if you're suffering from information overload, you don't know what to do or who to trust, if you are hitting your rock bottom or you're pretty dang close and wondering if you should give up, if you are uncomfortable with your reflection in the mirror, if you're uncomfortable fitting in your clothes, if you feel uncomfortable just sitting in your own skin right now, if you find that you have no motivation or you struggle to be consistent with your motivation, if you know that you need help and you can't seem to do this by yourself anymore, and if you are ready to give it one last shot to solve this weight loss problem once and for all, then you are in the right place. And this challenge is going to blow your mind and change your life. However, if you are looking for a quick fix, if you are somebody that keeps hopping from program to program because you suffer from shiny object syndrome, this is probably not going to be the best program for you, okay? If you aren't going to take this serious, if you're not actually going to start this, if you're not going to finish this whole video, if you're going to stop halfway through, this is not for you. I only want women who are taking their goals very, very serious and have a very powerful why. If you are treating your weight loss like it needs a Band-Aid solution, this is not going to be for you. Okay, we want women who know that they want to treat the root cause of the weight gain in the first place instead of just slap a Band-Aid on it and then end up gaining weight later on. And if you're not ready to prioritize yourself, or if you're going to come up with a bunch of excuses, this is probably not the right program for you or not the right time. You know, one woman's excuse is another woman's reason why it will work. So we want women who, you know, life is challenging, life can be hectic, but you are ready to put yourself first. If that is you, okay, if you're on the left column there, you're in the right place. If you're on the right column there, you're in the wrong place. So we only want women who are 100% committed and finally ready for a permanent weight loss solution. Now, I really want to emphasize this, okay? This works. This works on real women. And how do I know that? Because not too long ago, I was sitting right where you were. I was unhappy. I was overweight. I was binge eating. I was sneak eating food in the pantry and in my room. That's me eating pancakes that my husband snuck a snapshot of. And I was just really uncomfortable and unhappy. You know, I would eat so well from Monday to Friday, and then weekends would roll around, and I just completely blow up and feel disgusting and feel guilty. And I can't tell you how many Mondays rolled around where I'd always say, I'll start next Monday. And I never did. And I was just really, really struggling. And I didn't know how to get out of this rut, but I knew that I had to do something, because if I continued down this path, my future did not look good. Maybe you can relate. And so I didn't know what to do, but I did know that if I started to educate myself, maybe the answer would come to me. And so I enrolled myself in a fitness and health promotion program. And this is where I thought, you know what, a little bit of education at least can't hurt. And what ended up happening was I just fell in love with fitness and nutrition and health and the body. But I also just fell in love, and I actually met my future husband, Ryan, in the same program as me. And we bonded over our love of fitness and health and personal growth, personal development. And then we came up with this wild idea. These two young, naive kids, we were like, let's open a gym. Let's help other people. And so we did it. We did it. We opened up a gym. We called it Kingdom of Iron. That's the gym here. And it quite quickly became the most popular gym in the whole city. But unfortunately, very quickly, I also became extremely overwhelmed. So many bills to pay. How do I keep clients happy? How do I balance a relationship and a business and grow this and do that and do that? And I started to drown. And within 1 year of owning a gym, I had gained over 50 pounds. 50. And I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. You know, I was officially a fat gym owner. Like, that's just, those words don't go together. And I knew I needed to change, but I didn't know what the heck to do. So I did, you know, what most of us do. I started Googling. And so I started to try everything that I'd heard of before, you know, keto, fasting, Weight Watchers, restrictive dieting, starving myself, working out like crazy, counting my macros, taking pills and shakes and detoxes and cleanses. And I did everything under the sun. And guess what happened? Some of it worked. Most of it did nothing. And none of it lasted. So I would maybe lose a little bit of weight, but then I would gain even more back. And I was so frustrated, I just gave up. I said, this isn't working. Maybe my metabolism is just not like it used to be. Maybe this is just the new normal I have to get used to. So I stopped trying for a couple months because I wasn't getting anywhere. And over this time period, the holidays passed, Christmas passed. And after the holidays, I posted a picture on social media of me enjoying the holidays. And after I posted that, I got a text from one of my family members. And when I read this text, my stomach dropped. They asked if I was pregnant, and I wasn't. I had gained so much weight that I just looked permanently pregnant. And I couldn't believe in that moment that that was really my body. Like, how did I get here? How did I let this happen? What was I doing wrong? And so I sprinted to my bathroom because I'm like, okay, I need to know where I'm at. I've been avoiding the scale. I need to know where I'm at. So I locked myself in the bathroom. I stripped off my clothes. I went pee, took my earrings off, took my hair tie out because every single ounce counts and I don't want to weigh in heavier than I need to on the scale. And so here I am, butt naked, terrified, stepping on the scale, holding my breath, butterflies in my stomach, and then boom, there was the number. Over 200 pounds. Never did I ever think in my wildest dreams that I would see a 2 in front of my number. But there I was. You know, I'd look in the mirror and it felt like I was in a fat suit. Like, this isn't my body. I don't recognize myself. Like, I just wanted to unzip it and burst out and live my best life, but I couldn't figure it out. And so I crawled into a ball and I started crying. I didn't understand. I tried so hard, yet I'm still here. And while tears were running down my face, it was like a voice spoke to me in my head. It was crazy. And this voice said, you know, Madison, the reason you haven't found an answer is because an answer doesn't exist. And in that moment, it all made sense. Of course, an answer doesn't exist. Why would a weight loss industry, who's called an industry, who wants to make money, why would they give me a permanent solution? Then I would stop coming back and paying money. And so it hit me like a ton of bricks. I finally figured out my mission, and I had to figure this out. My mission was I had to create the answer that was non-existent at that point. I had to create the answer to fast, sustainable weight loss for women, not just because I needed help, but because I know there are thousands, maybe even millions of women around the world struggling, trying to figure this out and not knowing who to trust, and unfortunately being taken advantage of. And so it became my mission to create this answer. And then I went to work. I started doing all this research and reading up on all the latest studies and experimenting with myself. What worked, what didn't, what did I like, what I didn't work, what worked with the ladies in my gym. And I put in all this effort, all this experimentation, and I've lost over 80 pounds. I went from restrictive eating and binge eating and high eating to food freedom. I went from canceling plans last minute because I had nothing to wear. I was embarrassed to see my friends who would comment on my weight, to now going on adventures all the time, being the one that was outgoing. And I went from hating to wearing clothes, like only picking what was flowy or what camouflaged my belly or my arms, to now being able to walk into a store and pick something off the rack and not even need to try it on. And I went from hating to take pictures, right? Needing someone to stand in front of me to cover my tummy, needing to put my hand on my hip so my arm looked smaller. I went from hating pictures to loving pictures. In fact, this picture here on the right gives me goosebumps to look at. Because not only did I think I would never be comfortable in a bikini, here I am in a bikini without a cover-up, in public, in a photo shoot. And the amount of confidence and pride and accomplishment I felt from actually being able to get there and reach my goal has been unmatched since. And I cannot contain that feeling, and I have to share that feeling with you. And so everything that I learned along my journey, I have put in to this challenge. So now it is your turn to crush your goal, feel that pride, feel that confidence, and just treat yourself right, treat your body right, and know what it's like to feel that way. And so now it is your turn. So let's talk about how we're going to do that. So in this challenge, there are three pillars, three main pillars. Now, the first pillar that we focus on is fitness, okay? Fitness is very important. We all know this, right? We all know we got to move. We all know we got to work out, but how the heck do we do that? What's right for me? Well, here's the good news, okay? I don't even want you to focus on this right now. I do not want you to worry about what workouts you have to do. I'm going to make this very simple. You're going to start your challenge focusing on the other two pillars, and then around day 3, we're going to talk about how to incorporate quick and easy fitness for maximal toning in a minimal amount of time, okay? So you don't even need to worry about that. Take it off your mind. For now, all I want you to do is focus on getting 10,000 steps per day, or at least trying to, okay? You can buy a pedometer and attach it to your belt. You can download a step app, right? That counts it, or if you have a watch, that'll count it for you, okay? Just focus on steps for now, easy peasy, you know, a couple extra laps around the block or a couple extra steps up and down. And if you're getting 10,000 steps per day right now, awesome, keep it up. Moving on to the next pillar, this is nutrition. Now, this is the thing that women always come and ask me about, like, what should I eat? How much should I eat? Is this right? Is this bad? You know, what's the timing of food? What's wrong with my metabolism, right? There's so much mystery around nutrition. We don't know what to do. So I'm going to make this so simple for you. I'm going to make it like paint by numbers, but with color-coded food, okay? So let's dive in. So this is your meal plan document. I'm going to go through it all. And then once I'm done, you can go to the description of this video. You'll find a link to access it yourself if you'd like to print it off or just go through it. Okay. So this is how you're going to kickstart your weight loss journey. So first page here on the left, there's a method to our madness. Okay. So at this point, your metabolism is probably asleep, if not dead. So we got to wake it up big time. So the way that we program this food is going to speed up your metabolism. It's also going to help you get rid of any cravings or afternoon crashes. So it's going to be really good for consistent energy and keeping you satiated for long amounts of times. It's also going to help you with intuitive eating, right? Like, you know, after we eat a certain way for so long, we've now trained our body, right? So if we wake up at 7 a.m. and we're eating at 7 a.m. every day, then our body gets used to it. And now we're going to be hungry at 7 a.m. when we wake up. So there's natural hunger cues and then there's trained hunger cues. So we're going to really find out what's actually our body asking for instead of what have we trained it for, which is really, really cool. So you're going to get really in touch with your body and your stomach as we go through this. Okay. Now, how does this break down? So simple. So there is different categories on your meal plan on the right here. Okay. There's protein, carbs, fats, and veggies. Each one of them is color coded. Okay. So your protein is pink, your carbs are purple, your veggies are gold, and your fat is black. In each or underneath each of those categories are food items that pertain to that category. And beside each of those food items, there's a measurement. That's measurement equals 1 full portion. So very simple. And then if you look at the bottom of the meal plan, it says meal wheels, okay? All you got to do is match the number and color on the meal wheel to an item that's under the appropriately colored box. Very simple, okay? So if we look at the right-hand meal plan here, under protein, you've got things like chicken breast, pork loin, any extra lean ground meat, whitefish, shrimp. We've got egg whites, cottage cheese, lots of stuff for vegetarians as well. Take your time and go through every item on this meal plan. This page on the right-hand side, that's your meal plan page. That's the one that you want to print out if you don't want to print out the whole thing, okay? Same thing under carbs. You've got sweet potato, regular potatoes, chickpeas, quinoas, rice, lentils, breads, fruits, oats, lots of good stuff there. Veggies, same thing. Go through all the items: broccoli, asparagus, green beans, celery, cucumber, blah, 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 all that stuff, okay? And then if you notice, under proteins, okay, it says make sure you're measuring your protein raw. Okay, so you're going to want to get like a cheap little food scale. Measure your protein raw. And your vegetable serving sizes, if you see at the bottom there, it says 1 serving equals 1 cup of a single veg or combined veggies under that column, right? So you can either have 1 cup of broccoli, or you could have half a cup of broccoli and half a cup of asparagus. You can combine it however you like to make 1 cup, okay? If you look under the fat column, it says no added fats yet. Okay, you're getting essential fats from the other food, a little bit from the other foods in the other categories, so no added fats just yet. So that means we want to avoid nuts, seeds, butters, oil, avocados, dressings, or sauces, and cheese, usually until we hit that 10-pound mark, but that's after the challenge. Don't worry about that for now. So that means when you're greasing something or you're cooking something, I want you to go use a 0-calorie spray. Okay, if you cannot find a 0-calorie spray, Kirkland at Costco is a good brand. If you can't find that, you can go grab Pam spray. I think that's like 4 calories a spray. Easy peasy, saving you a lot of hidden calories for now. Okay, so those are your categories. Now, if you look at the bottom, like we went over, the meal wheels. So your rough timing of when you're going to eat is 8 to 7. Between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. is when you want to get your 3 meals in. Now, if you don't wake up till 11 a.m., you can have your first meal at 11 a.m., okay? If you're a night shift worker and you have to have dinner at 10 p.m., that's fine too. Just do your best to stay within that window, and you can make it whatever's going to fit your schedule the best, all right? And you'll see here for breakfast or meal number 1, you have a shake, okay? And for your shake, it can either be 1 scoop of protein powder in water, or a smoothie recipe that I'll go over in a minute, okay? At the bottom, at the end of this meal plan document, there's all your recipes. So I'll show you that in a second, and they're so delicious. I'll show you in a minute. So either if you're in a rush, or you don't want a smoothie, or you want to drink while you drive, right? You just do a scoop of protein powder in water, chug it, easy peasy. It's a great way to start your morning, okay? What you don't want to do is shove a bunch of food in your body first thing in the morning, because then your body's now using all your energy to digest food instead of stay alert and get work done and be focused, okay? So we don't want to be super stuffed in the morning. Then at lunchtime, this is kind of when we're refueling the body midday, right? So it says 1 pink, 1 purple, 1 gold. So you just pull 1 from each column that you desire, and that's your lunch. So you could have 6 ounces of chicken breast with 3/4 cup sweet potato and 1 cup of cucumbers, right? So I just pulled from 1 item from each of the colors that are on that meal wheel. And then dinner time, it says 1 pink, 1 gold. So 1 protein option, 1 veggie option. And you can mix and match however you want from any item from the columns, as long as you're following the meal wheels, okay? Now, there are 2 rules on this plan. If you follow these 2 rules for the meal plan, you will be laughing. This will be so easy, okay? Rule number 1 is eliminate before you moderate. If you do not see a food item that you're thinking of and you don't see it on the meal plan, it is off limits for your challenge. There's a reason it is not there, whether it's high in calories, whether it's low-key inflammatory, whether it's addiction causing in terms of like it's going to make you crave more sugar. There's a reason it's not on the plan. Just trust the process, okay? Don't ask me, what about this and what about this? Okay, I promise if it's not there, it's off limits, okay? But that leads me to rule number 2. If it's calorie free, it's okay with me. So if it's not on the plan, but it's 0 calories, yes, you can have it, okay? So anything that's 0 calories, not sugar-free. Sugar-free still has calories, okay? And Walden Farms is a brand that does a bunch of 0-calorie coffee creamers and salad dressings and sauces and stuff like that if you want to get fancy. But for the most part, just stick with anything 0 calories, or if you don't know, just follow what's on the plan, okay? Now, water-wise, okay? Ideally, we're drinking 4 liters of water every day. That's roughly about a gallon of water a day, okay? If that's what you're close to, awesome, push it to just touch that 4. If you're drinking like no water a day, try to start with 2 liters a day, half a gallon, and then work your way up from there, okay? Yes, you will be peeing a lot because you're not used to it, but that will get easier as you go. The good news is you'll be so busy in the bathroom, you won't be overeating. Just kidding. You can also add a pinch of salt to your water if you want to make sure you don't pee as much, okay? To make it easier to hit this, chug your water in the morning, chug a lot in the morning. That way you don't have to worry about it too much later on in the day. Make sure you stop drinking by about 6 p.m. at night because we don't want to be up all night peeing. That's not fun. And a good night's rest is imperative for weight loss. You can also put an alarm on your phone to remind you to drink if you're somebody that gets busy very easily. And you can also just make sure you use a large water bottle instead of a small water bottle. That way you don't really have to keep track as much, and you don't have to refill it as much, right? You can also have the gallon of water can be a combination of 0-calorie liquids. So it can be plain water, sparkling water, flavored water. It can be diet soda. That is fine, right? Diet Coke is fine. You can also be like bubbly, Zevia, Freshka, any of those sparkling flavored drinks that are 0 calories. You can also add Crystal Light to your water or Mio squeezables to your water if you kind of want like a juice thing going on. Those are all 0 calories and have at it, okay? And the water that's in your protein shake for meal 1, that counts towards the 4 liters as well. So it's not on top of, all right? On the right-hand side, you got your flavor add-ins. So anything 0 calorie is fair game for flavoring your food. So mustard, soy sauce, braised liquid aminos, hot sauce, srirachas, any vinegars, balsamic, white, lime or lemon juice, lime or lemon zest, salt, pepper, stevia, Splenda, monk fruit, Truvia, Walden Farms products, like I mentioned, dry rubs or pre-mixed seasonings, fresh and dried spices, right? Like you can use garlic and turmeric or basil and oregano. And then some of them at the bottom here, these are some of my personal favorite ones, like Clubhouse brand Parmesan and herb is delicious. Roasted red pepper is delicious. The Walden Farms pancake syrup is delicious. And I'll show you a pancake recipe in a second. But you get the idea, play around with that. Now, quick 20-minute meal prep here for you and a restaurant guide. I'm not going to go through that right now. You can read through that if you struggle with meal prep and you don't want to spend hours in the gym. This is a good way to make it get it done in 20 minutes. And if you are somebody that's going to have to eat out during the challenge, I would recommend not to, just so we can have the most amount of results and the most amount of motivation. But if you've got somebody's 100th birthday coming up and you can't get away from it, that's fine. Follow the restaurant guide and it'll be no problem. Okay. Now, last but not least here, you have your recipes. This is the part that everybody loves. So breakfast recipes, like I said, for that first meal of the day, whenever you're going to have it, it's either 1 scoop of protein powder and water if you just want to chug it and get it over with, or if you want to switch it up, you can do one of these smoothie recipes. So strawberry summer, blueberry bloom, pineapple pleasure, mango madness, rich raspberry, banana bonanza, that's a tongue twister, tropical peach, or cool cherry. You can play around with all of these. They are delicious. So basically you want to make sure when you're getting a protein powder that it is 120 calories or less per scoop and 20 grams of protein or more per scoop, okay? You also have your lunch recipes here. So if you can just do, plain meal building from the meal plan if you'd like, but if you want inspiration on how to make, specific special fancy meals, you got protein pancakes, burrito bowls, overnight oats, chili, yogurt bark, and then dinner recipes, we've got a bangin' burger, tacos, stir fry, tuna salad, savory peppers, all that stuff. Now, really quick, I want to touch on the protein powder and the protein shakes, okay? So if you are unfamiliar with protein powder, or if you've had a really bad experience with protein powder, don't worry, girl, I got you. I have tried over 100 different protein brands, and I pretty much hated all of them. They either tasted like crap, they made me really gassy, they didn't combine well, they had a nasty aftertaste, like just gross, right? So I was finally fed up of it, and I said, screw it, I'm gonna make my own. And so that is what I did. Our Tremera shake mix, it's super low in calories, so excellent for fat burning. It is very high in protein, so perfect for extra toning if that's what you want to do as well. Great for anti-bloat. I've added in digestive enzymes. And it tastes like melted ice cream, so it is a great cravings crusher if you are somebody who has a sweet tooth or if you struggle to be consistent late at night with snacking. So this is an excellent way to speed up results during the challenge to add to that morning meal, okay? If you don't know where to start or you've never liked protein powder before, this is an excellent way to do it, okay? I've also have a special gift for you ladies. I have a discount code for your challenge. So if you click the link in the description above, you can grab your protein powder and there are no shipping fees. and there are no taxes, okay? So the number that you see in that link above, it's flat fee. We ship it right to your door, and it is delicious, and you can get going with those recipes right away, knowing that you are speeding up your metabolism and you're still going to be full with all the nutrients that you need, okay? And also, for everybody that purchases one of these shaker bottles, I'm going to throw in a free Trim Temptations cookbook. So on top of these smoothie recipes I've already given you, I'm going to give you a bunch of other dessert shake recipes like Caramel Delight, White Chocolate Dream, Chocolate Mocha, Matcha, Grapelicious, like pumpkin spice, like tons of delicious ones I'm going to throw in on top of it so you can actually never get bored of it, right? Because a lot of times we stop our meal plans because we're like, oh, this is boring. I want something else. Well, guess what? It ain't going to get bored with this. So if that's something you're interested in, you can click that link above and get that delivered right to your door using the discount for the challenge. Now, last pillar here, okay, for the challenge is accountability. This is my favorite one because we can all use a little extra kick in the butt every now and then. Am I right? So there are 4 different ways that we are going to keep you accountable during your challenge. Number 1 is your morning weigh-in. So every single morning, you're going to wake up roughly at the same time. You want to pee and or poop beforehand, and then you want to jump on the scale with no clothes on. You're going to check your morning weight every day because what's not measured can't be managed. If you want to save money, you got to look at your bank account. If you want to lose weight, you got to look at the scale. I know it's not always easy to jump on, but the good news is over this challenge, you're going to learn the tools to actually master the scale instead of it controlling your mood, okay? So once you weigh in every morning, you're going to go to whatever day of the challenge it is, go to that daily video, and in the comments of that daily video, you're going to write your weight. So that's how we're going to record it and keep you accountable. The coaches will see it. We will see your progress. We will cheer you on if you're crushing it, or we will give you support if we want to speed it up as well. So that way we're always on track. We're never missing a day, okay? So morning weigh-ins, every single morning, weigh yourself, and you're going to comment the number underneath the daily videos, which is what I'm going to get to now. So the second way that we are going to hold you accountable is we have daily calls. Over each call, I reveal to you a secret that is mind-blowing and is the exact reason why I was able to lose 80 pounds. These secrets nobody talks about, so I cannot wait for you to hear them. These calls are about 10 minutes every single day, so you can listen to them on the way to work. You can put your headphones in and go for a walk and listen to them. Listen to them on your lunch break, right? So these daily calls, on day number 1, we're going over the monk-inspired method used to lose weight without touching food or exercise. Day number 2 is the metabolism hack Olympians have been using for centuries. Day number 3 is the toning technique men have been hiding from women. Day number 4 is the surprising paradox keeping women fat and stuck. Day number 5 is the weight loss cheat code they don't want you to know. Day number 6 is the ancient warrior tactic used to win wars and lose weight. And then day number 7 is the mad scientist approach to guaranteeing your results. So these are all revealed. You get 1 secret a day. It's mind-blowing. I cannot wait for you guys to go through this stuff. So make sure that you are putting in your schedule what time of day you're going to take time out to listen to these and take these serious. Okay, if you are somebody who has been struggling with your weight and you don't know why, it is going to become very clear after these calls, and you're never going to struggle with your weight again. It's going to make so much sense. Okay, so please do not underestimate these. Do not miss them. It's about 10 minutes long, once a day for the duration of your challenge, and you're not going to want to miss it, okay? Now, third way we keep you accountable is a daily trim task. So at the end of your daily coaching video, in those videos, there'll be a quick little homework task. It'll take you like 2-3 minutes to complete. And basically the idea is we are making sure you're not just listening, but you're also implementing what you're learning. That way it sticks for longer, okay? So they take like 2 minutes. You got 1 trim task to do, and you complete the trim task usually in the comments under the daily video as well. So super easy, super fast, making sure we're cementing all the secrets that we're learning. And then last but not least, my favorite is called Spreading Glow. So GLOW stands for generosity, love, optimism, and wisdom. So any chance you get, all the ladies that are participating in this challenge, you want to give them glow so that when you're high motivation and they need motivation, they feel your glow and they get to come up here and meet you where you're at. And vice versa. When you need motivation, somebody spreads glow to you and they help pull you up. And this is what we call weight loss karma. What you put out into the universe, you get back tenfold. So any chance you get, encourage your fellow challengers in the comments. You know, we see somebody being successful, cheer them on. You see somebody, you know, who's struggling a little bit, give them a little bit of love. I want these comments to be going. The ladies who are the most successful in this challenge are the ones whose names I remember. Why? Because I see them always in the group. They are present. Out of sight, out of mind. Immerse yourself, dive headfirst into this challenge, go all in, and you will be blown away with what you can accomplish in just 7 days. Okay, so make sure when in doubt, spread glow. So that is pretty much the gist of your challenge. Okay, so fitness, don't worry about it. Day 3, we'll talk about that for now. 10,000 steps a day. Meal plan, that link is in the description above. You can go through that on your own time. Make sure you read through everything so you understand. You can always comment any questions you have down below this instructional video. And then accountability. Okay, you've got your morning weigh-ins, your daily coaching calls, your daily trim task, and then spreading good old glow. Very simple. That's all you got to remember. Okay, so give a thumbs up. Pretty simple, right? So how do we get started? Okay, so you're going to be starting on the coming Monday. That is when your challenge starts. So Monday to Sunday is the best way to do this. What do you need to do to get started? There's 4 things. If you complete these 4 things, it'll be easy peasy. First thing, you want to take 3 before pictures. Everybody's favorite part. Dun, dun, dun. So 1 front profile, 1 side profile, and 1 back profile. You want to make sure you are in minimal clothing, so underwear or bathing suit. And please do not suck it in or pull your tights extra high to your nipples. I know all the tricks. I did them myself. I know pictures are hard to take because we don't always like where we're at. But the good news is that's not going to be you for much longer. Okay, so be courageous. Take those pictures. You're going to wish you had them one day when you're no longer that body type and you can compare side to side. Okay. Now, if you aren't comfortable with somebody else taking them for you, a really easy trick is you take your cell phone, okay, you're going to prop it up somewhere, you're going to turn the camera to face you, you press record, and then you just pause in the front, pause in the side, pause in the back, then you rewatch the video, and when you've paused, you just screenshot it, okay? Super simple if you want to take them by yourself. So 3 before pictures, you do not have to share them unless you'd like to. You can share them in the comments of this video if you would like. If not, keep them to yourself so you can compare at the end of the challenge. Next thing you want to do is also take your measurements. We want to make sure we have different ways of measuring progress so we always feel motivated. And by the way, we lose tons of inches over this challenge, lots of bloating, lots of inflammation, lots of swelling, and lots of fat being gone. So you're going to want to do your upper arms, your chest, your waist, which is the smallest part of your belly, your hips, which is the largest part of your belly, usually right under your belly button, and then your upper thighs, usually the biggest part on your thigh. Okay, so upper arm, chest, waist, hips, and then your upper thigh. Okay, do those measurements, and that way we have a starting point for where your inches are at. Third thing you want to do, make sure you're inviting a friend to this group. This challenge is free. It's my gift from me to you. And if you have a aunt, a daughter, a coworker, any family member, any friend that you want to be healthy and you want to come along this journey with them, bring them in and have some fun. And then lastly, most important, when you are done this video, immediately go under the comments of this video and I want you to share your weight loss story with this group, okay? This group is private, so only people who have been accepted into this group can read these comments. So no, none of your friends, none of your family on Facebook are going to read these, okay? So make sure in the comments, you're sharing your weight loss journey. You know, how long have you been trying to lose weight? What are your biggest struggles? What are you really looking forward to? What's your big goal? Get the excitement going. Share your story. Be vulnerable. It'll encourage another lady to be vulnerable. And then we have a really safe space full of tons of motivation and trust. And the good news is, you know, once we see those as well, we can also work on how to fix them. Once the coaches can learn your story a bit more, we can really get a more nuance for where you're at and help you even more. So the good news is we are here to help you. Anytime you need us, you can tag one of the coaches or you can just comment. We are monitoring all the comments all the time to make sure that you're getting the best support possible. So I can't wait to read your story down below. You can put as little or as much as you want to share, totally up to you. But to show me that you've actually finished this video, you are serious and you're ready to crush this challenge, write your story down below. That means I know you made it all the way to the end of the call. Okay, so best of luck, although I know you don't need it because it's super simple and I know you're going to crush this. Best of luck. If you need anything, shoot us a comment. We are here to help you. You can also email info@tremera.com with any extra support that you need. And I cannot wait to see where you end up in 7 days.